The elements of art. There are 7 elements of art that artists use every time they create a drawing, painting, or sculpture. These elements are line, shape, color, value, form, texture, and space. The elements of art are like the ingredients necessary to cook up a successful artwork. You might not need them all at once, but they're all important. Line is the path a point makes as it moves through space. Lines can be horizontal, vertical, or diagonal. They can be straight, curved, or zigzag. In fact, there are lots of ways to make lines. Shapes are created with closed lines. They can be geometric, like a circle, triangle, or square, or they can be organic freeform shapes that are often inspired by nature. These shapes usually can't be named, but like some of these, they might resemble something you've seen, like a leaf or a flower. Color, also known as hue, is created when light reflects off objects. There are 3 true colors known as the primary colors: red, yellow, and blue. All other colors are a result of the primary colors mixing together. For example, when you mix red and yellow, it makes orange. When you mix red and blue, you get purple. And when you mix blue and yellow, you get green. When you mix the primary colors, the colors you end up with are called secondary colors: purple, green, and orange. When you arrange both the primary and secondary colors in the correct order, you end up with the color wheel. Colors can also be identified by temperature. One half of the color wheel is made up of cool colors: green, blue, and purple. These colors remind us of things like water and green grass. On the other half are the warm colors: red, orange, and yellow. These colors remind us of things like fire and the sun. Colors also have opposites that complement each other. Complementary colors are across from each other on the color wheel. For example, red and green are opposite on the color wheel and are therefore complementary colors. The complement to yellow is purple, and the complement to orange is blue. Value. Value refers to the lightness and darkness of a color. To make a color lighter, you add white. This is called making a tint. To make a color darker, you add black. This is called making a shade. For example, here's the color blue. Add white for a tint, add black for a shade. Forms are 3-dimensional shapes. They are created when you add depth to a shape. For example, if you add depth to a square, you get a cube. If you add depth to a circle, you get a sphere. And if you add depth to a triangle, you get a pyramid. These are all examples of forms. Texture refers to how something feels. Textures can be rough or smooth, soft or hard. It can be either seen or felt. For example, an image of a rock would imply that the surface is bumpy and rough, even though it's on a smooth piece of paper. But if you were to touch that rock, you would experience its actual texture, feeling firsthand that it is bumpy and rough. The final art element is space. Space is the area between and around all objects. To create the illusion of space in an artwork, you can use overlapping and scale. For example, objects that are close to the viewer should be large and should appear to be in the front. Objects that are further away might be smaller and may or may not have a portion covered by objects that are closer to the viewer.